What the heck is going on, YouTube? Crobat for the win here, bringing you a word battle. See, my Pokemon spell out Tackle, his spell out Outran. We chose random words from some random word generator, and yeah, you can see he has an Unown in his team. Yeah, it's probably the funniest Unown you've ever seen if you even watched the first 30 seconds of the video. So yeah, I leave Lander's T because it's not broken, and I figured I'd bring it because he was okay with that. Anyway, he's going to go for a U-turn against this Omastars. He goes for Nice Beam. And I go into Conkeldurr. Obviously, this is the most lousy match ever. Halfway through, I just gave up because it was just funny. So funny. And I'm going to switch out of Conkeldurr. Going to go into this thing, Keldeo, because I predicted that. He's going to go for an Extreme Speed, lose some health. I go for Surf because I don't want to miss the Hydro Pump. Yep, so that's a dead. That is a dead Arcanine. So he brings in his Unown. And I'm like, alright, you know, I'll give him an easy KO, and I'll get a way to set up... I mean, not a KO. What am I talking about? I thought he'd be Specs, Hidden Power, Psychic. But he has Close Combat! Because this thing is supposed to... He accidentally Poke-Gen'd it with the moveset of Terrakion. So it has Choice Specs, Close Combat. That is just too broken. And I set up Stealth-Thorax, and I'm like, I don't really care, because I know I have this game won anyways, because his team is really bad. But, yeah. I'm going to switch out of there. I'm going to go into this Latias here. That's a nice close combat because he gets a crit, of course. He loses a lot of defense. I know I can just set up freely at this point. He's going to switch out because he kind of has to. He goes into Raikou, which is probably Scarf or Specs or something. That's my prediction anyways at this point. So I set up that big sub, hoping to set up some Calm Minds. Well, I guess he's Specs because I outspeed. Yeah, well, that's what I was thinking at the time anyways. So, yeah. My sub's going to break, unfortunately, but I know I can still take those because I do have the Calm Mind up. I can go for a Dragon Pulse and hopefully 2-hit KO. Since this isn't as offensive, this Latias, it's more defensive. And obviously Latias takes that Hidden Power really well. That was pretty nice. And he's going to switch out knowing that. Going to go into Omastar because it's obviously going to die. But except I go for a Roost. So I know I outspeed it anyways. It's not that big of a deal. Yeah, I'm going to just go for the Dragon Pulse on it. It's going to just easily die. Goodbye, Omastar. You're useless. Alright, so that thing goes down. He's going to go into his Nidoking now, which is going to go for an Ice Beam after I go for a Dragon Pulse. He just barely lives a Dragon Pulse, and that Ice Beam doesn't even do half. Latias with a Calm Mind is really awesome. Anyways, go for that big Dragon Pulse again. Gonna die, that Nidoking will. Alright, he's gonna go into his Terrakion, which I'm not scared of because I know the X-Scissor won't do that much. And honestly, at this point, I could have switched. I could have. I know I have this game in the bag, so I'm kind of just like, whatever. Yep, Dragon Pulse does a lot. Obviously, it's gonna bring it down to about half. I'm gonna switch out and go into Terrakion. So I'm like, he's probably Scarved, so I don't know. I could set up or go for a Mach Punch or something. So he's going to go into his Unown, which is going to take my Drain Punch reasonably well, actually, for an Unown. But I guess it's a resisted hit, and when it's resisted, it's really weak, so let's whatever. Anyways, going to switch out. I'm going to let him get the KO on my Empoleon, just to make him feel good. So now this Unown is just too broken. KOs my Empoleon. Yes, I know I could have KO'd that Unown. I decided I was just going to let him KO it, because I don't know, this video is kind of for the laughs. Anyways, gonna go into Azumarill, go for the Aqua Jet, and here I know I could have went for the Aqua Jet, but I'm gonna switch out again, and I'm gonna let. I'd like to really test Conkeldurr's special defense against this Specs Raikou. So Conkeldurr takes that really well, actually, but it's gonna be 2-hit KO'd, unfortunately. Oh well. Now, obviously, I didn't have to do that. I'm just trolling right now. Gonna go for that U-turn just to KO this thing. So that'll be the end of the game. Obviously, that was a trolling battle, as I've said 12 times during this match. But yeah, well, actually, he has one more Pokemon, but it doesn't matter because I'm gonna end up winning the speed tie, and that thing dies to Secret Sword. So good game, Gino. This was obviously, I don't think I said it. It was against dbzmariogeno. We were just kind of talking on Skype and like, hey, why don't we do a word battle? So I'm like, oh, okay. And I followed his rules, so whatever. He brought Specs Close Combat Unown, so that his argument's invalid. It's just wow. Alright, that's pretty much it for today. This narration probably wasn't that good. I don't really care because this was not even a real battle, to be honest. I'll have another one up probably tomorrow because it'll be a serious battle. And it's going to be an Ubers one. It's going to be intense. it's going to be intense. Alright, so that's pretty much it for today. Rate, comment, subscribe, bro bats, and peace out.